Hey, it's Jared. I've got 5 iPhone tips for you to start out the year with. Let's jump right into it. First of all, you can back tap on your phone and initiate an action. Now, it's super quick to typically get to your flashlight. Usually it's a quick action on the bottom of your lock screen, but it's much faster just to be able to pull your phone out of your pocket and triple tap on the back of the phone and initiate the camera. So how many times have you had to pull out your phone, wait for the screen to come on, tap on the icon, or accidentally tap on the icon? Now it's very easy just to triple tap on the back of your phone and have the light turn on, and triple tap and have it turn off. So let's set that feature up. Swipe down and type in Settings to get to our Settings app. Now from the search box, you can start to type in triple tap, and it'll display a couple of options here. Alternatively, you can go to Accessibility, to Touch, and scroll all the way down to Back Tap, which you'll turn on. Now you'll see there's double tap and triple tap. I've tried the double tap, and 2 taps, I often end up accidentally turning something on. I don't mean to double tap on the back of the phone, but double tap, I tend to misfire, and that's what I originally had my flashlight set to, but I decided to move it to triple tap to initiate the flashlight. So all you have to do is go and choose an action. So there's all sorts of actions. So if flashlight doesn't make sense for you, there are a lot of other actions such as launching a camera, different features accessibility wise, or even initiating one of the shortcuts that you've created by performing the triple tap. So we all know that staring at our screens late at night isn't good for our eyes. It also helps keep us up later than we want to be up. So how do you look at your screen without having it affect your eyes? Well, there's something that I learned when I was going through private pilot training, and that's that when you are up flying, you don't want bright lights coming into your eyes because then that affects your ability to see outside. Now, I found that there's a feature on the iPhone that allows you to change the colors on the display so that they are colors that are easier for you to see without affecting your eyes. And you may have also noticed this if you have an Apple Watch Ultra and it's dark out. When you look at the screen, everything is red on the screen. And that is that low light mode that makes it easy for you to see what's on the screen without it affecting your eyesight. And your iPhone can do that as well. Check this out. If I triple tap on the lock button, so triple tap, it turns the entire screen red. Now, this doesn't make for a very exciting experience on the iPhone. I definitely wouldn't want to spend a long time using my iPhone with the screen red, but when it's late at night or it's dark and I need to look at my phone for some reason, if I have it set to red like this, it doesn't affect my eyes. It doesn't make me have to readjust to the dark room that I'm in, and it's just a better way of using your phone when it's dark. And it also deters you from using your phone late at night also. So how do you set that up? Let's go ahead and change it back. Let's go down and open up our Settings app again. Go into Accessibility and scroll all the way down to Accessibility Shortcut. Now you'll see I have mine set to Color Filters. And Color Filters isn't going to do anything right off the bat. We actually need to go and change the color filter to red. So let's just type in Color Filters, and we'll choose color filters here. And what we're going to need to do is enable the color filter to enable this option and get these additional features. Now yours is not going to look red yet, but all you have to do is switch the hue, just drag the hue slider all the way over to the far right, which is red, and then make sure that the intensity is all the way over to the right as well. And then you can go ahead and turn this back off. So now when I triple tap on the side of the button here, 1, 2, 3, it's going to turn this feature on, and then triple tap again will turn it off. So we've done 2 things. First of all, we told the phone what to do when somebody triple taps on the side of the button. We told it to turn on the color filters, and then we went and set the color filters to red. Now, if you're like me, you don't like interruptions from your phone, especially late at night when you're trying to sleep. You don't want random text messages, phone calls, and stuff like that coming through. But you want to make sure that important phone calls will come through, especially from a loved one, maybe somebody that if they did call you, you know it's probably going to be an emergency or something like that. You want to be notified no matter what. And personally, I don't like to rely on the focus modes and setting different things in there. Yeah, they work, but if I'm on a different focus mode, then it might not work. I want to make sure that I'm going to get that call from somebody regardless of what happens. So let's set this up for one of my contacts. First of all, click on the phone icon, go ahead and click on the little information icon next to a name, and then click on Edit at the top right-hand corner. Then we're going to need to scroll down and choose Ringtone. We'll tap on Ringtone, and you can see this option at the top right-hand corner called Emergency Bypass. Emergency Bypass allows sounds and vibrations from this person even when Ring is switched to silent or when focus is on. This is what I want. I want a bypass. So I'm going to go ahead and enable that and then hit done. And then anytime that contact reaches out to me, even if I'm in a focus mode that blocks everything or I have my ringer turned off or something like that, they're going to get through because I have emergency bypass set for that person. So the newer versions of iOS are going to limit the amount of battery charge that your phone gets. And it's actually a smart feature. It will charge your phone to 100%, but often it's going to charge your phone to 80% because charging your phone to 100% over and over again is going to shorten the battery life of the phone. And so Apple put in this software feature that limits the battery charging of your phone, especially if it learns that you don't typically use up the full amount of charge every single day. However, there is a way to override that, and maybe you don't want it to be at 100%, you might want it to be at 95% or something like that instead, or just force the phone to choose a percentage instead of it varying between 80% and 100%. Let's swipe down and type in Settings to get to our Settings app. We'll then go to Battery. We'll then tap on Charging, and here you can see I have optimized battery charging turned on. That means that the phone is going to either charge to 100% if it needs to, but if it finds that I'm not using the phone that often, it will only charge it to 80%. Now, if I turn this option off, so I can turn it off until tomorrow or turn it off altogether, I can set a hard limit. And so now if I have it set to 90%, the phone is never going to charge above 90%, even if it thinks that I'm going to need it. And what's neat about this is that if you're really wanting to get longevity out of your phone and you're afraid that it's going to be charging to 100%, you can set it to 90%, or you can set it even all the way down to 80%, which would be probably the preferred range. Charging your phone only up to 80% is going to make sure that you get the most longevity out of your battery over the long haul. Now, granted, you're only going to get 80% charge or 90 or whatever setting you set this at out of your phone. So if you choose this option, your phone's never going to charge fully to 100%, but the long-term performance of your battery is going to be much better over time because you're not allowing the phone, even if it feels like it needs to charge to 100%. Personally, I like the optimized charging option. I don't mind it, and I think that it does a pretty good job. On days where I use the phone heavily, it will charge the phone to 100% just to make sure that I'm good for the next day. And then if I have a day or two that I'm not using the phone too much, then it actually backs that down and only charges it to 80%. And the Apple Watch does this exact same thing. So for me, I probably would just leave it set the limit to 100, and then go ahead and turn that option back on. So the fifth tip is optimizing your lock screen. It's very often that I end up on my lock screen. You pull your phone out of your pocket, and before it has unlocked, you're on your lock screen. Even if it's unlocked, you're still on your lock screen until you swipe up to open the phone. Now, I decided to change the two icons down at the bottom. I have the iPhone 16 Pro model, which has the camera button here, and so if I want to launch the camera, I just double tap on that button and the camera is launched. I don't need to have the camera icon down here on the bottom. And if you were paying attention early in this video, I can triple tap on the back of my phone to get my flashlight on. So I don't need the flashlight or the camera icons down at the bottom right hand and left hand corner of my phone. So I went ahead and changed those icons to a quick note, and also changed it to the app for my vehicle. So all you have to do to change these is tap and hold on your lock screen and hit customize. Then tap on the lock screen and you'll get these little icons here in which you can tap on the minus to remove one of them, and then I can tap on the plus to get a long list of items that are possible to launch from this control. So I might scroll all the way down to notes and tap on quick note, which shows up just like that. Now, on the left-hand side, there is no control for my vehicle. If I scroll down to the My Chevy app, it doesn't show up here. So how am I doing that? Well, if you go to Shortcuts and tap on Open App, it's going to give you the option to choose an application, and then I can just type in Chevy and then choose that, tap away, and hit Done. And then now I have that icon showing up here, and all I have to do is tap on it, and it's going to open up the vehicle app with one tap. And then instead of me having to open up my phone and scroll to the app, and that step-by-step process to getting the controls open for my vehicle, as you saw, it was one button, quick launch, and I'm there. So I'm on a mission this year to help you make the most out of your Apple technology. Whether it's your Mac, iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch, I want you to be using these devices as productivity tools that add to your life as opposed to distractions that keep you from being effective. So if you want more of that, make sure to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. I also have some courses that I'm working on that you might find interesting. If you want to really learn to maximize your Apple devices, check out those links in the description below. Thanks again for being here, and we'll see you in the next video.